All right. Once again, it's on, man. Welcome to the test run, pilot run, if you will, of the Essential as Fuck podcast. I am your host, JC. People call me Jonathan C. Smith. Some people call me Kobe. Some people call me Humpty. Whatever you want to call me, as long as you call me, that's all that matters. All right. And I want to present to the world my crazy ass co-host. I got my guy Lee Johnson. Got my
What
guy
up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up?
and
Mr. Lee in the building.
no doubt. And last but definitely not least, she goes by the name of Camel Tois.
Camille Tois.
Camille Tois, if you will.
Yeah.
The lovely and talented Miss Stacy Camel Toe Williams. What's going on?
Hello.
Hello. Definitely, man. I also want to say thank you guys. This is going to be great, man. We're going to do great things with this podcast. All right. And with no further ado, let's jump right into it.
Why you introduce Brandon?
I said Brandon.
You did? What was I
I missed it.
Y'all missed my bad. Okay, Brandon. I ain't give you a proper introduction, Brandon.
Don't do him like that.
My dog, I've been knowing him for almost, 13 years?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Start out with the men's club.
There it is. We started at the men's club at Sitel. All right. And
okay.
Ever since then, man. That's my dog, the flyer design extraordinaire, Mr. Brandon Seal.
Yeah.
I'm be.
All right. There it is. Now can we get into it?
Yeah, man.
All right, let's get into
Left
it.
behind.
All right. Can we please talk about the clown, Mr. 45 himself, Donald J. Trump? He's a damn fool. Let me tell y'all what this fool got going on as of recently as today. I'm sure you guys are already aware as far as this fool has been tweeting out talking about liberating states from corona. We all know that state governors have shut down states all across the country, but Donald J. Trump, the orange man himself, has said that he wants to reopen the country by May 1st, and he's encouraging Americans to continue on with their protests as they've been doing across the country in different cities, protesting the fact that they have to be on quarantine and on shutdown. So, Mr. Johnson, I open the floor to you. How do you respond to that?
Look, one of the first protests that I was seeing was from where I'm from, Michigan, go blue all day, every day. And these crazy fools just walking out there talking about we need the country reopened and we need to get back to work. How you gonna get back to work if you sick and dying? That's what I want to know. How you gonna get back to work if you sick and dying? I think one of the best things that I saw, and I'm gonna mess it up, but it was someone said on one of the social media sites, going back to work right now is like if you get sick and you only take half the antibiotics and you're supposed to take the rest of the antibiotics.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's these billionaires that just are losing money because of us, the for real essential workers that ain't working and they ain't making money for them. I mean, get out of here with that noise.
Brandon, your thoughts?
I think who actually put them in there, hopefully the people who actually put them in there is having second thoughts now. I mean, we, the black people, already knew that this clown, and especially since the guy's rich and the guy is so self-absorbed and such a narcissist that he would just say anything, to try to win votes for the people, especially since the election's coming up in November. The rush for trying to open back up the United States, I don't know. I don't think that he will have a change of heart until he actually gets the coronavirus. So I think that we should put him in every spot where it's hot, where the coronavirus. Take him to New York, take him to wherever the highest level of deaths for coronavirus there is. Put him there And then we'll see then whether or not he still thinks that the United States should be open or not, because the only people who actually are affected by this are the people who's on the front line. That's the people that's in the grocery stores, the people that's in healthcare and things like that. When you're on the outside looking in, I don't know what audience he's trying to appease, but it's definitely not us, and it's definitely not me. I ain't vote for him. So, what you think, Stacey?
I think that we probably expect too much from his ass. He crazy as cat shit. So once you understand and know that you got a fool running it, you can't really expect anything from him at this point. It's kind of like if you got somebody that's retarded or something and they do some retarded shit, it fits their character. I mean, the nigga retarded. That's it. So you really can't trip if he doing retarded shit if he is a retarded motherfucker, because he is. So my thing is, I don't expect anything from him. I'm in it, nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. Like, I expect for him to do exactly what he's doing. Open the shit up early, disregard everything like he's been doing. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of doing what an asshole will do. You know what I'm saying? Like, Obama wasn't an asshole, but there's no way that he would have done this type of thing on no level. You know what I'm saying? He was the same man. This nigga here is a fool. So he doing foolish shit. So he doing what he's supposed to do in the grand scheme of retardation. So that's pretty much it for me.
I mean, we never could really expect much out of him anyway. I mean, we knew we were getting into him before he was even elected.
Yeah, a damn reality show host. Man,
yeah, that's my thing.
He run the country like that.
Go ahead and let him do a 12-hour shift at the Med since he want to be froggy.
Exactly. Put him on the front. I would like to know what, since Bush was the president before a Democrat, which was Obama. I would like to know what George W. Bush think about it.
Yeah, me too. He probably like, damn, I retarded, but I want that.
I was slow, but I wasn't that slow.
Michelle Obama loved me. I ain't messing that up.
Right. I don't know.
See me and Michelle cuddling, we good.
My dude crazy though. Trump is off his shit. The man is. Yeah. You can't expect nothing but that though. I mean,
no doubt. Hey, those are great viewpoints. And wouldn't you know it, we have a caller, our first caller on the Essential as Fuck podcast.
Eartha Kid in the house.
Yeah, what's up, Sharita? How you doing? Let's get Sharita mic going here. Hold on. All right, Sharita, can you hear us?
Barely, but okay.
Hey, well, Sharita, I saw you over there sewing and everything. We over here talking about Trump and his plans to reopen the country. Do you have some thoughts on that?
Oh, but first off, she over there sewing. What you sewing? Are you sewing masks?
Yes, I am, but we are not about to talk about that because I am swamped right now. I cannot take any more orders. I will not be taking any more orders until Wednesday.
I was trying to give me a little profit in on that. But go ahead.
Whatever. Anyway, yes, my thoughts on Trump opening back up this world city of Memphis, whatever, is that's the most idiotic thing that could happen right now. Because as you can see, they reopened the beaches in Florida, and look what happened. They're already reporting numbers of COVID-19 positive tests. So I think that's, the people that follow him, regardless of what, they're going to follow him to their death. Because what they're going to do, they're going to go back out, they're going to go back to work, or they're going to go back out and start doing things that they normally were, and people are going to die.
I mean, there it is, really. We're at a point right now in our country, we've never seen anything like this. This is unprecedented. And we got a fool in place right now who shows no leadership whatsoever and is risking thousands of Americans' lives, and all in hopes of starting the economy back up. It's all it's all about the dollar bill, y'all, at the end of the day. But Sharita, hey, listen, we're going to let you get back to sewing those masks. We're going to let you keep America great again and keep us from getting sick over there, okay?
And I will show you this, even though they ain't ready.
I need
It's
one.
like a stain. There's a stain on that. There's
I
some
really
like
sure
stain. You might want to wipe that stain off.
All right, Cherie, appreciate you. Thank you so much, baby.
All right.
All right, now.
Bye.
Yeah, man. That was our first official essential as fuck caller right there, man. My homegirl Sharita, man. Appreciate her. All right, but let's keep it going, man. All right. Another topic out there that's going on right now, and my dog Brandon brought this to my attention as well, as far as dating during Corona, or as far as just life after Corona itself, man. Like, what's going on in the dating scene right now? You know, a cat like me, you know, I'm single-ish, you know, dating, but I also got, you know, I'm in the mix as well as far as, you know, as far as that goes. But now I'm playing, man. I'm with somebody, but
Don't make me nervous.
Hey, shoot,
I'm kidding. I'm
we need to
joking.
walk behind or something. You got a tip or something.
I'm joking, but actually, guys, let's just talk about that. You know, as far as, you know, from a single standpoint, as far as dating during the coronavirus, like that has to be crazy because now, you know, it kind of had to go back to the old school method as far as actually getting to know somebody, as opposed to how we were doing things before. Man, Leash, share your thoughts on that.
I mean, yeah, we got to have conversations now. I mean, you know, well, 5 years ago, it's like, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? All right. But now, you know, we got the mask on. We had to have conversations and all of that stuff. I don't know. I think it's going to be, you know, like like how nobody would really want to talk about this, but you know, if it got to a certain point in the relationship where it was like, should I ask her if we should get tested? Do we need to get tested? You're like, now it's going to be like, hey, you got your corona papers? Like, that's what it's going to be. You got your corona papers? If you ain't got my corona, no, 6 feet. It's going to be crazy. But personality is definitely going to be a thing now. Like, now, all these fools talking about, oh, I love personality. It is going to be your time to shine.
All right, go ahead, B.
Well, I'm not single, but just thinking, I was a single person. I mean, I don't think it really would be much of a difference because if you really think about it, people are not scared of STDs. So, but I think like the actual visual part of it is actually when you see somebody and you say, oh, you know, do you compliment her mask? You know, you got a nice mask on, or things like that, and just I think the whole just meeting thing with somebody face to face is kind of going to be kind of awkward because actually having a conversation now, you know, with the times we living in now, most people are meeting each other through Facebook anyway, so you're not really meeting them face to face anyway. You're not meeting a person on the computer with a mask on their face, so it's really not going to be any different. And you know, really having conversations like I used to anyway, you know, when you meet a person, you know, people act like they just scared to say something to you. They'll be like, oh, I saw you at the mall the other day. And they'll say it in your inbox instead of coming to you, you know, at that time and saying, hey, how you doing? I'm your friend or Facebook friend. Or, hey, how you doing? I'm so-and-so. It's just like the whole thing of meeting people has gone completely down. And you can kind of blame technology for that. And I think with coronavirus, it's basically going to continue with it. It's just that instead of giving somebody a hug, you know, then you walk up to you, a hug, you just go like, hey, what's up? You know,
Yeah.
how you doing? Nice forearms, you know, whatever. Some shit. I don't know. What you think, Stacey?
So, you know, I'm single as this motherfucker, but for me, I just mess with who I've been messing with. You know, the same 2, 3, or few or whatever. I wasn't messing with nobody new before the corona came out, but my thing is, even talking via Facebook, all depends on how long we're quarantined. Some of these ladies is ugly, you hear me? And they loves a filter. They gonna filter that face, baby. I'm talking about they gonna have to filter that motherfucker now because you can't get your hair and shit done. So that's gonna be something too, because you can't hide that ugly doing this motherfucker corona, baby. Oh, you can't hide it. They gonna see that nappy. They gonna see you ain't got no eyelashes because my eyebrows thin as wasp wings, but I don't get them done anyway. See who you really are this time. So either you gonna fuck with who you been fucking with, or you gonna have a hard time catching somebody unless you gonna filter up. But for me, that's just what I've been doing. I mean, shit, I don't want nobody new. I don't want no new meat. Not right now. The old meat to do.
Man, say stick with
I
what
don't
you
want no
know.
Corona meat. I don't want no Corona meat.
Say stick with what you know, Stacey. I hear you.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
in keeping with that same theme of Corona, let's talk about this whole 5G thing, man. 5G versus coronavirus. Y'all check this out. A bizarre conspiracy linking 5G and coronavirus has taken hold in Europe and is being peddled by conspiracy theorists and celebrities and also on social media. So, do y'all think that there's a possible link with 5G and the coronavirus? What you got, Lee?
Look, I ain't even gonna lie. I don't know what 5G is. I don't know if I have it. I don't think I look. I got this phone right here. I don't even think this might have 3G. So I don't know anything about that. What I do know is that conspiracy theories are stupid. They have maybe about like that much truth in it. I know Corona is very real. So that's what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on Corona. I ain't focusing on 5G, 3G, 4G, LMNOP. I don't care. It's ridiculous. Corona is here now. That's what I can focus on is Corona. 5G, whatever. If it affects me, I'll talk about it then. Is it affecting me now? No. Corona affected me now.
All right, go ahead, Brand.
I don't believe it. I think that there is other agendas to try to steer people away from what's really going on. And I think that as far as like Corona, it's unfortunate that Corona actually happened. But I think it's also it was a perfect way for the government to actually intervene and try to come up off this, because it seems like now the focus now coronavirus, but also money. So we're talking about all these bailouts and people getting the stimulus check and all this kind of stuff. So I really want to know what the ending point of that is. Because instead of them focusing on, hey, let's find a cure and things like that, it's like a small piece is about the coronavirus. And then the next part is about, the government is going to be bailing out the auto industry and the cruise industry and all that. So why is money the main focus, with this whole thing? And I think they just threw 5G in there because, hell, I got Sprint. My shit stay on 3G anyway, so I'm shit anyway. My shit barely is on 4G, so it won't affect me no way. But I think it's always going to be some people who are going to be conspiracy theorists when it comes to technology. Any type of new technology that comes out, there's always going to be somebody who's going to try to bash it. Because when I worked at a long time ago before they started digital, you had these old people that, I want my TV to be square. And I told him, I said, it's going to be a point where everything's going to be digital and you don't have no choice but to get it. So, I think just people who just kind of scared of technology, period, to try to take the focus off other bigger agendas that, that's going on in the world. Just like anything else.
I was looking for something I posted on Facebook. I don't see it. But first of all, Facebook deleted it. It was about the 5G. So I found something because I don't really know. Like I never rule anything out. I'm always in the middle about shit. I don't think that the 5G is affected. I think it may have some effects on some people, maybe not all people, just because everybody's body is different. So for those who may not know about the 5G, it's supposed to be this strong radiation thing that's coming from the 5Gs. Anytime they do upgrades to the electromagnetic, I think it's fields or something, it's supposed to have a lot of radiation and all of that. So I saw something, so I just looked it up. So it's like every year that there is an upgrade, there is some type of influenza or something, some type of respiratory that's happens the same year. I don't know if it's true, but when I looked on Google and I was looking at the year, and like when they was doing upgrades to the 4G, 3G, and all of that, it was linked to some type of virus the same year, something big. H1N1 was one of them, Spanish flu, something like that. And this was through Google, no conspiracy theory type thing. This is just something I saw on Google. Now, I didn't dig deep, my drive going off. I didn't dig deep to see what happened on the other years to see if a virus came out in between when there wasn't an upgrade. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't dig, but I'm usually kind of like in the middle. I don't really think that that's what's happening now is 5G. I think it's Corona. But it's funny how, I mean, I wonder why that happens every time there's an upgrade. It's some kind of, real serious outbreak of some type of respiratory. But you can look it up though. So I don't know. I'm always in the middle. I don't rule out shit because I don't know what the wizard and them doing behind the scenes. I don't trust them enough like that. I have been considered a conspiracy theorist, but not an extremist on it. I just don't rule nothing out. So I think I'm probably just not as trusting more than a conspiracy theorist. So that's my thoughts on it.
Okay, good shit. And let's stay on Rona one more time. This is the last cousin Rona talk.
Come on, man.
We gonna
It's Rona season.
The next Corona beers.
About a Rona.
We sponsored by Corona tonight, but Mr. Johnson, this is right up your alley, being the fact that you are a school teacher here locally in the city of Memphis. All right, so as you're well aware, as we're all aware, as far as the school closures that have been going on, Lee Johnson, did you know school closures due to coronavirus have impacted at least 124,000 U.S. public and private schools and have affected over 55 million students? So with that said, Lee, what's up, man? What we gonna do about our kids? They gonna be dumb as hell. Next year when they go to school, they gonna think 2 + 2 = 5. Help us, Lee. What can we do during this crisis, during this pandemic, to make sure our kids are not dumb as hell next year?
First off, I gotta send a shout out to all of the 2020 kids, especially White Station High School 2020. I taught them when they were in 9th grade. They're supposed to be graduating. They ain't getting their moment. So shout out to them. Second, I really don't know. We doing online schooling right now. My participation percentage wise I got about maybe 160 students total for my English class because I teach English. And participation wise, since this started, is probably anywhere between 35 to 40%. So not a lot of students really participating because they don't know what to do. Do they go get packets? Do they have internet access? Is it going to count for a grade? I've heard situations where instead of getting the packet or whatever they turn in online, whether, you actually do like a letter grade, or do we just do complete or incomplete? How does that affect the grade? We had a situation, I won't go into it right now for time reasons, where we take what their grade is for the 3rd quarter and add particular percentage points from the stuff that they do for this 4th quarter. It really seems like there isn't a plan for 2020, 2021. And I don't know what the plan is going to be. I don't know, and I've talked to a lot of people about this, just their personal opinions. It's a strong possibility that it might be virtual going through 2020, 2021. It's really heartbreaking for obviously the seniors that's supposed to be graduating in 2020 and possibly the seniors that are going to be graduating in 2021. I want to see I think now is definitely the time that we really need some insane, innovative ideas. So, we talked about No Child Left Behind. Again, that's another show. These kids are going to be behind, and we need some insane, extreme ideas moving forward.
That's what's up. Okay, what about you, Joe Clark? What you doing as far as with your kids, man? Your two lovely children, man. That's behind you right now.
Man, all I want to know is what's the number I need to call if I need a substitute teacher. That's all I need to know. Because we never probably would have dreamed during this lifetime we were actually going through something like this. So they didn't know how to prepare. I just hope that they're actually using this time now to prepare for the next school year. So if they decide to continue this virtual thing, they have a better plan, because I'm getting emails every day, calls every day, and I don't know what to do. So the only thing I can do is just, my kids have IXL, my kids have iReady, so, you know, and other resources that the teachers send, and that's the only thing I know of for them to do. You know, so, you know, they're working from home, you know, 4 days a week, and, you know, trying to work and trying to help them with school is just kind of, I mean, it's hard, and it takes some adjusting to get used to, but just hopefully we all can, you know, come up with some type of plan, you know, to make it easier on both the kids and the parents, because, you know, like I said, it's something that we didn't really prepare for, something that we really didn't think about, you know, that was going to actually happen. You know, did you really think about your kids being out of school for the rest of the school year?
Right.
You know, because of a disease that could affect them and their families. You have to stay home, and can't leave, things like that. So hopefully they're just using this time to prepare, you know, for the next school year, because we need some help. I know I need some help. I'm sitting over there to you, Stacey.
I just need somebody to cut the air up and down for me. That's it. Cut the porch light on for me. Take the garbage out.
You see her hopping around there. Cow muscles gonna be bigger and bigger.
Y'all crazy, man. Hey, well, let's switch it up, man. We only got 2 more topics, all right? On a lighter note, yo, we got to talk about what happened last night. We got to talk about the highly anticipated,
baby,
highly disappointing Teddy Riley versus Babyface Instagram song battle that was supposed to take place last night on Instagram. The whole world has been waiting on this. We've been waiting weeks for it. It was supposed to happen about a week or 2 ago, but Babyface had that Rona, so we had to wait. All right. Man, I got dressed and everything. Man, I had my hush puppies on. I had my velvet blazer on. I was ready, man. All right. I had my drink in my cup. I was ready to groove, but Teddy Riley, man, what happened, man? He had a speak and say microphone, a Fisher Price mic that was giving a bad echo, and 400,000 people were trying to tell him what the problem was, man, but it was just an epic fail all the way around. Lee, did you see the disaster that was that battle last night?
I didn't see it, but thank you, social media, Facebooks and Twitters and all of that, for all of the parodies, because the parodies was probably 10 times better than the actual concert.
Yes.
I mean, that's what you get for trying to be fancy. You doing a battle, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna have a band, because come on now, don't stop being fancy. Just be who you are, Teddy Riley. Be who you are. Stop trying to elevate it. You know, that's something for later on down the line. He tried to elevate it, and I think the best part was seeing the pictures of Babyface, just like that was the best part for me.
You know, I didn't see it either, but I saw little snippets of it, like I told you earlier. But from the little parts that I did see, and that was terrible. I mean, I've seen some good ones, but that, you know, thinking that, you know, the pioneers would actually come with something hard, and it was just a total failure. This was like Teddy Riley shit sounded like the beginning of Let's Go Crazy. The echo was just that bad. It's just like he was like, dilly, 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 beloved, love it, love it. I'm hearing the echo like 3 times, and that alone made me just shut it straight down. Hopefully they can do a round 2. Hopefully,
they supposed to have one tomorrow.
Come down in the studios or something, anything, just wherever he was doing it at wasn't the right place. Hopefully they can do a part 2. I'll tune in at time.
Yeah, they got a part 3 tomorrow.
Part 3.
Well, after 3, because you know, the first one the nigga had The nigga had the Rona on the first one. But look, I'm finna tell you what I think. So I think Teddy Riley ugly ass. He knew damn well he wasn't gonna win against Babyface, so he gonna come out there with his Mr. Microphone and shit. You know what I'm talking about? I'm gonna get my flute and play live. Man, that man sounded like he was singing through a Dixie cup. It was horrible. It was Echo City. That nigga was yodeling. It was horrible. I was so tickled. Babyface was like, bruh, what's up now?
They might need a Ricola.
Ricola.
He did them one.
Yeah, who was doing background dancing?
What you think, JC? Because JC, you asking the question, but you ain't tell us what you think.
Man,
I was disappointed.
He like the Godfather and shit.
Yeah, I was disappointed. Like you said, you know, two icons of our musical era. You know, the New Jack Swing and Babyface with all his hits and everybody that he wrote songs for. I was ready. I was looking forward to it, and I was let down, man. And I don't even, Stacey, I don't want to see the part 3 on Monday. I'm done after that, man.
Me either. I already got my nut. I'm straight. You hear me? Don't come over here talking about you finna do a show. I done nothing now. Don't call me now. You hear me? I tried you twice. I thought I went off, but you know what I mean.
Everybody went to D-Nice and Quest. From what I heard, everybody went to just D-Nice and Questlove because they just consistently killing it.
Yeah.
D-Nice saved the show, literally. D-Nice was DJing at 3 o'clock in the morning last night, all right? D-Nice
ain't got nothing to do.
He's going to make sure he's going to save the country. He's going to save us from that debacle of what happened with Teddy and Babyface, man. Shout out to D-Nice and Questlove also, man. They've been doing their thing for a number of weeks now.
Yeah.
Club Corona on Instagram, man, with their DJ sets, man. Shout out to those guys. Last but not least, guys, tonight is huge for me. I'm going to tell you why. And I'm sure, Lee, you're going to probably tune in. Brandon, you as well. Stacey, I know you probably don't give no fucks about this. But The Last Dance, the documentary, which is going to feature the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, the 97-98 season, their 6th championship ring. We've been waiting 3 years on this documentary. They've been teasing us ever since like 2017. It's going to be a 10-part documentary starting tonight, episode 1 and 2, tonight on ESPN, starting at 8 o'clock. I'm excited, man. This is my childhood all over again. I can't wait to see this documentary. Lee, were you a big Bulls fan back in the day?
No, I was not a big Bulls fan because I am a human being. But no, for real. No, you know what? Before I became, shout out to the San Antonio Spurs, but before I was a Spurs fan, I lived in Michigan, as many of y'all know. So I was watching Pistons games. So we would watch a ton of Pistons versus Bulls. And those first couple of years when Jordan came out and they would face the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals. So we would watch that. And then he finally was able to jump over. But this is definitely a huge part of my childhood because that was a dynasty. Like for me, that was an incredible transition between watching, and a lot of people gonna think I'm crazy for this, but watching how Dennis Rodman, because Rodman was with San Antonio before he jumped with the Bulls, to see his transition from when he was with the Spurs and then he jumped to the Bulls and just having that structure. So that last championship where, I mean, it was incredible. That team right now, that second three-peat, I will put up against any team right in today's NBA, and they would destroy. I don't care. You can talk about Golden State. You can talk about LeBron Cavs. I don't care. LeBron Heat. Doesn't matter. That Bulls was as close to perfection as I've ever seen. And it's going to be a great documentary. It's going to be all along the same lines of the OJ documentary.
No doubt, man. Brandon, man, I know you were a big Bulls fan back in the day, man. How you feel about it, man?
I wasn't really much of a Bulls fan. I was more of a Orlando Magic fan. You know, I had to roll with my boy Anthony Holloway during that time, man.
Shout out to Penny.
But, yeah, shout out to Penny and Shaq too. You know, I was really rooting for that team, man. But I wasn't really a Bulls fan. I did like a lot of the players of the Bulls, though. I was a fan of, believe it or not, Dennis Rodman, and I actually like Scottie Pippen too. I was rooting for the people that people really didn't expect or want to be the people who was actually an actual
player.
But not just player, but I mean, everybody was so focused on Jordan that I feel like a lot of the other teammates were kind of left out of the shine, because of Michael Jordan. So I was basically rooting for people like the Dennis Rodman and things like that. But speaking of Michael Jordan, I got my first pair of Michael Jordan shoes. It wasn't even, I think it was the 11s, the one, the patent leather. I didn't even have the one with the patent. I had the one with the little net on it, the low tops.
The low cut, yeah.
Yeah, man, I had those right there. And that was my first pair of Jordans. And I didn't get another pair of Jordans until the Jumpmans came out. And I think I was like, it was in the 11th grade. Somebody stole them junk, man.
No, nah.
Somebody stole my Jumpmans out of the locker when I was taking my senior years, man.
Ugly. Stealing your shit.
But I will most definitely be tuning in to that segment though, JC.
There it is.
We like documentaries over here, so
no doubt. Yeah. Stacy?
Huh?
Is it fuck Michael Jordan?
Oh no, yeah, I don't care nothing about no sports. What y'all talking about, wrestling?
Hey, there it is, y'all, man. This was our first podcast here, man. Little test run. Guys, what y'all think? Everything was cool? Y'all like it?
Hey, only gonna get better from here.
Okay, bet. All right. So this is what we're gonna do, guys. Y'all close it out. I'm gonna let y'all freestyle. We're gonna call this part closing arguments. Y'all got 2 minutes to run, say whatever you want to say, whatever's on your mind, whatever's on your heart. If you got hate in your heart, lay it out right now. Go ahead, Lee.
Hey, again, as an educator, we need to think of some crazy ideas. Like, no idea is too crazy for these kids, because now we're at this point where, to quote Stacy's favorite artist, Whitney Houston, the children are our future, and we got to do something to let them know that they can handle what's going to be coming up, because the new normal is coming up and we don't know what it is, and we got to get them the tools to handle what that new normal is. Shout out to everybody out here. I had so much fun. Let's keep this going.
All right, Brandon, bring it home. What you got, man?
The only thing I got is this. If your fucking house dirty, and it's been dirty, stop buying up all that fucking Lysol and bleach from all the people who actually keep a clean house and use that shit all the time. Because I done been to Walmart several times and they ain't been able to get not one can of Lysol. I've been getting bleach, but I like Lysol and I want to get some damn wipes. If I come over your house, you got a whole bunch of bleach and Lysol, I'm taking this shit. I'm be like O.J. Simpson. I'm coming there. I'm running up in there with my folks, and we gonna take it. You hear me?
Well, okay, all right.
Well, I ain't got none, shit. Man, I ain't got none, man. All I know is, maybe
you got some lights over there?
Nah, I ain't no Lysol. I got plenty of Clorox.
Oh, you safe then. JC.
Plenty.
JC be spraying it on like cologne. He be like,
what? Clorox or
Lysol?
Lysol.
I got the lavender scent.
That nigga don't want to get that Corona. That Corona, what I call it, the Corona.
They be like, what fragrance is that you're wearing? Lysol lavender.
Y'all stupid, man. Hey, look, man. We've enjoyed it. We're going to do this each and every week, man. We're going to hit y'all in the head with the best podcast in the world, because this is the Essential as Fuck podcast, and we are all essential here, man. For me, I'm your boy JC, my crazy co-host Mr. Lee Johnson, my boy Brandon Seal, and my girl Stacey Camille Twa Williams.
I need my toes done. Lord have mercy.
Hey, we out, man. We gonna holler at y'all next week, man. Essential as fuck.
I want what Brandon got right there. Let me have that part. How you get that? Look at me pointing that. Let me get that.
Yeah, email me that. I want that for my background next time.
How I'ma do it?
We out, y'all. Peace.
All right.
All right.